Imagine a world where nearly every human being wakes up each and every morning and they look forward to going to work. What if they genuinely liked it there and they liked all of their coworkers and looked forward to their day and felt fulfilled at the end of the day? Wouldn't that be amazing? I heard Simon Sinek, a leadership consultant, talk about a version of this being his dream. When he said it, I thought, I dreamed that dream too. Maybe for a little different reason. You see, I've been fortunate enough to have many jobs where I did look forward to going to work. I liked my job and the team and my boss and everything. I liked it all. But I've also had that unfortunate experience, and maybe you have too, where I had a role one time that I did not look forward to going to. And it was hard. And I literally felt like I had to drag my butt out of bed every morning and convince myself to go. And really, my purpose for being here today is that I don't want anyone to feel that way. We're going to work something like 40 or 50 years in our lifetime. Don't we want to wake up every morning and look forward to where we're going instead of feeling like we have to drag our butts out of bed? We all want to. We all want to look forward to going. And if you are happy at work, studies show that you're up to 150% more likely to be happier in your life overall. We all want that. So how do we create that kind of a work environment where we look forward to going to work? There's two big things that play into it, and I'm going to share those with you. But before I do, I want to ask you first to consider this. You've all had some amazing customer service experiences, and maybe you had one in particular that was so good, you remember it, and you told people about it because it was that good. And you've probably had a customer service experience that was so bad, it made you mad. And you probably told people about that one too. The one big difference in those experiences, whatever influenced the outcome that you received, was the person that delivered that service to you. And somebody was dragging their butt out of bed in the morning, didn't want to be there, and they took it out on you. Somebody else looked forward to going, and therefore giving you great service comes a little more easy. I want to tell you about an experience my friend Dee had when she was traveling, and she got sick, and she's laying in her hotel room, and she took a picture of her tissue box and her cold medicine, and she posted it to Instagram. Her caption said, "This is the sad story of my trip." And she tagged the Grand Hyatt San Diego. Now, the Hyatt was monitoring their social media. They saw the post, and they could have left her laying up there not feeling well, but instead, they prepared a nice tray with chicken noodle soup, hot tea, and a nice note that said, "We hope you feel better soon." They took it to Dee's room, and when she opened the door, she was delighted. She thought that was amazing. So again, takes to Instagram, posts a picture of that tray, and her caption read in all capital letters, "Best hotel ever." And she tagged the Grand Hyatt San Diego. She thought that was an amazing experience. I thought it was an amazing experience. I reached out to the Hyatt, and I told them about what happened. And I asked them, what is it that you do that creates an environment where people are willing to go over and above the call of duty and create amazing experiences like what Dee had? And what they said was quite simple. We care about our people so that they can be at their best. They care about their employees so that the employees will do their best and care about their customers. It's really not that hard. So that kind of leads me to the two things that influence that whole environment, and whether it's a good one that people look forward to going or whether it's a toxic one where people feel like they have to drag their butts out of bed. And the first thing that influences it is the dynamic of the relationship between three parties. And it's you, it's your coworkers, and it's your leader. Anybody here ever had a bad coworker? And if you're the leader, you have added responsibility here because you set the tone for what kind of an environment everybody works in. You're modeling what they should be doing. So the outcome of the dynamic of this relationship and the atmosphere that is created has a direct impact on the second thing. And that second thing is how well your individual needs are being met as an employee. You've probably heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Those are the basic societal needs that all human beings have. You can take that same concept, overlay it into the workplace, and it works kind of like this. We all have a basic need at work to be paid, right? We're not going to work if we're not getting paid. That's our most basic need. In addition to that, we have a need of feeling safe. So this is more than being safe from things like the threat of physical harm. This is also feeling safe from things like harassment and retaliation in the work environment. Then we move up to belonging. This is the most important and the hardest to fill. And if you think about belonging outside of the workplace, we all have a need to have friends and to feel love. Inside of the workplace, we all have a need to have work friends, to have a team that supports and cares about us, and to have a boss that cares about us. Just like the Hyatt cares for their employees. The Employee Engagement Group is a research firm that administered a survey. It went across all industries and across the United States. And what they found was 35% of the people surveyed said that they would willingly forgo a substantial pay raise to see their immediate supervisor fired. Mm-hmm. That hurts. So you know that relationship there is broken, right? If they'd rather not have more money for themselves simply so they don't have to work for that person. They're probably dragging their butts out of bed in the morning because they don't want to see that person or work with that person. So they aren't being cared for. But if you can get to a place where you show that you care for your employees, you create an environment together of belonging and everyone cares for each other, now you're in a good place. And now you can start to positively impact people's self-esteem. This is where they're competent and confident in the work that they do. When they get there, now you can help people to self-actualize. That's where they all want to be. This is where you're pouring gas on the fire that burns inside of all of us to just be great at what it is we do. This is where we're firing on all cylinders. Right person, right job, right time, great environment, love it. That's where we all want to be ultimately. And if we can get there and wrap all those needs together and create an environment where people want to come to work and look forward to seeing their coworkers, now you've got a great team of people who are all showing up and doing great work. Now you start seeing the ripple effect. What happens when you have a great environment and a great team is you start to have increased productivity, which increases profitability. Profits go up, companies expand. When companies expand, they hire more people, and there's promotional opportunities for people inside the organization. When there's more jobs for people, now there's more money, so they can go out into the marketplace in their community and they can pay for things like food, clothing, and shelter. Now there's more money going into the tax system. Now we can do things like repair roads and bridges. We've got money for schools, so we can buy books and computers and sports equipment, music equipment. We can build a park or a museum. Now we've got a great infrastructure with great school systems, which is where people want to live. And when people want to live there, companies want to do business there. When companies want to do business there, we all win. So now I ask you, imagine that world where nearly every human being wakes up each and every morning and looks forward to going to work. And what could that world mean for you? Thank you.